big-time win against a really good team. When you look at their schedule and who they have played this year, UCLA, Virginia Tech, Arizona, they've played some really, really good teams. Obviously at Kentucky, at South Carolina. Their schedule has been very difficult on the front end. And I'm really excited about how we were able to find a way after such a poor start. We really didn't start out well offensively. And their length, that's like an NBA team when you're looking at their length. They were 6'9", 6'9", 6'10", 6'10", and long and athletic. And that front line right there, Hogue, Davis, and Williams, they're all going to make a lot of money playing basketball. That dunk by Robert Williams in the first half, that was one of the most athletic plays I've seen. But really proud of our team, and I thought Schneider had his best game as a Bulldog. Really, he was a force inside today. Did a great job getting to the line, going aggressively to the basket. This was a huge step for him, playing against really good players. And I thought that Lamar today did a fantastic job when you consider he did so many things to help us win other than just make jump shots. He made the one big three, but 11 for 11 from the line, unbelievable ball defense on the ball, 5 steals, assisting, making great passes. I was really impressed with his floor game today. I thought that we were in foul trouble a lot of the game. It really hurt us. I had to play Eric and Mario too many minutes in the first half. Or like 17 and 16, I think, or 15. So, and it affects your fatigue levels. And so I was excited though about our obviously very important win. And then the last thing for our questions is what a great environment today. What a phenomenal crowd. I'm just so excited about the students, the energy in the building, because it really made a difference today for us to have a chance to beat these guys. Our home court advantage was huge today with our great fans of support, and it's exciting because they're rewarded. We get a win, and now we're on to another home game, and we're hoping the place will be sold out come Tuesday night.
What did you tell the team after the slow start? What did you kind of tell them to settle them down?
Well, we were getting inside and we weren't shot faking and getting the line. Tonight, one of the big factors for us winning is getting the line 10 more times than they did. We got outboarded dramatically because we shot 24% in the first half. So many shots that are just going, one and done. They're getting it back. But I thought second half we shot over 60% from the field. Did a much better, 68%. We really did a good job getting the ball and attacking the rim, getting to the foul line. We went to the line 16 times the second half. And sometimes when you're not shooting it well or things aren't going smoothly for you, you got to get in there and get inside. And I thought we did that. The other thing is we forced a lot of turnovers. When you look at the rebound margin, the way we made up for that today is forcing 22 turnovers, and really did a great job pressuring the ball and making it tough for them. They earned all that they got tonight, and that's a good team. Like I said, they're well coached. They are the defending SEC champions, and coming off a Sweet 16 last year, and they have a core group that were a big part of that.
We saw you really
thing that this team is doing the last week that has led to the results.
I think it's just we've been better offensively, and then we're really improving defensively. And I also think that a lot of it is making the change of playing bigger. We want to play bigger. Mario is best as a 3, and we've had to play him out of 4 out of bare necessity because some of our younger bigs weren't ready. That's why Schneider today's minutes really helps us, because it gives him more confidence and us more going to play him more minutes, and then it's going to help us moving forward. Hopefully EJ's okay. It looked like he retweaked his MCL, and I got to go check with the trainer right after I'm done with you folks to see where that stands. But those two things, we're playing better defensively, playing smart with the ball. I look at us again, we don't turn it over a lot. And that's a big part of what we're doing and who we are. And I thought our defense, again, we had 11 steals today, not just Lamar's 5, but you look I.J. Reddy again with another terrific floor game today. And he makes his foul shots. When you see him get a rebound and get knocked down, we were really struggling at one point where he made a one-on-one. I think we were down one. So a lot of guys stepping up doing things, and it's a hard team to match up with. We played Tyson probably less minutes than I would normally like, but it's hard to match up out there when they're so big.
We saw you embrace Lamar after the game. What was kind of like the last few days been like for him?
You know what? I hugged him and kissed him on the ear, and I said, "Your dad would be really proud of you right now." And I just can't imagine. I cannot tell you or answer that for you how it's been for him. I lost my father. I know how traumatic that was for me. And I think anybody who's lost their dad or their mother would relate to that. So for him to be able to handle all this and kind of have it as a motivation to do well, my dad, and I don't know what he said to you guys, but he's been tremendous, and you can see his growth as a player. So I have a lot of confidence having him on the floor.
Which I asked him about whenever he missed the game earlier this year, kind of how he's grown. What have you seen from him since that time? He talked about not wanting to let his teammates down.
Yeah, that's great. That's what I love to hear. When you have players that are playing for each other and playing for your team, when teams are playing for one another, those are the best teams. I had a great, really nice compliment about our team either after LSU or after Arkansas, where one of my friends, it's a basketball person, said, "Yeah, you guys are really playing for each other." That's the ultimate compliment. When someone says your team is really playing for each other, that's the ultimate compliment for a team.
What was the difference for Q in the second half? Obviously 0 points in the first half. Was anything just different in that second?
Yeah, I think just getting into a rhythm and also letting the game come to him a little bit. But he's done that before. He did that same thing for us to start a second half. I think it was against like Moorhead where he hit boom, boom. And those were tough shots. And part of it, though, it's not much Q. It's our team learning how to. Well, we got to get him open. He's got a screen. I told him in the first half, how many screens did you set? He said, I already knew the answer. He didn't set any. And the way that good players that are being focused on get open is they help others get open. And when he does that, I think the game opens up for him. And he did not come out in the second half. I mean, he was bell to bell, which I haven't done with one player that I can remember in quite a while. He's strong.
For Schneider and Lamar, it seemed like they were making a lot of big shots down the stretch, whether it was free throw line or in the paint. For them, confidence-wise, even as a class, how important was that, and how much are they growing as of late in terms of confidence within the offense?
How do you think that we're just past the midway point? We've played 16 games now, so we're halfway through, and all those guys that are freshmen that you're speaking of played a lot of minutes. They've had a lot of experience already. It's not they're playing a lot and they're getting better. And you can see, the talent level that we have. And I'm telling you, like Eli Wright and Tyson, I mean, they're really good players. They're going to be great players for us. I'm really excited about EJ. One of the things that's helping us as a team, and you asked about this, is having Abdul in practice. If there was ever a better person to try to simulate Tyler Davis, like yesterday in practice, we had Abdul play offense the entire time. So it was either Schneider guarding him or EJ guarding him on each of the two separate teams because he's a beast. And we've got exciting things. And we've got, Nick Weatherspoon out in the other room right now with Keyshawn Pizel. I'm just excited about where we're going and, enjoying the process.
After the success of the last week, how much anticipation is there for that Tuesday night matchup against Kentucky?
Yeah, you know what? I'm sure it's going to be fun time, and it gives us an opportunity to play against one of the top 3 teams in the country, and I think, arguably the best. I don't even know who's ranked number 1. Who's ranked number 1 right now?
Technically Baylor, but
So who's going to be ranked 1 tomorrow?
Kansas.
Kansas, I think.
See, I really like Kentucky. And it's the same thing as you look at their freshmen as they're growing. You look at their talent level. I think Kansas is a terrific team. I think their 2 guards, Graham and the other kid, the point guard, are fantastic. They're Frank. I mean, they're great players, and they're phenomenally well coached. He's probably done the best job in the last decade of any college coach, and Bill Self. But when I think about Kentucky's talent, no one has better talent in this country than Kentucky. Nobody. And these guys are like they're really good. This gives us a great opportunity to play against a great team and measure ourselves against the very best in the country. which is exciting.
When you look at the crowd you had tonight, do you think at all about, hey, we got them here, let's do something with it, let's give them a reason to come back again? And,
I think we gave them a reason.
yeah, right, you did,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean, do you think about it in that terms? Or is it
No,
just, if
no,
you
I-
win, they'll do it?
No,
So,
it's, it's, most fans in this country are the same way. They want to see you win, and we're starting to win now. I think we had a couple thousand more fans than we would have if we didn't sweep our road trip. And I want our fans to be excited. They should be excited about these kids. I know I am. And everybody here at Mississippi State, more than anything, whether any program you're talking about, loves Mississippi State winning. That's what they love most. And look at the crowds our women's programs received, and just this phenomenal support that they obviously get every night, and then they've worked hard. Our football fans are phenomenal. I can't get over I've never been to a better college football environment anywhere than what we have right here in Starkville. And that's special to be a part of as a basketball coach. It's just a phenomenal fan support. I expect we'll have great, for our last, 7 games of the year, I expect we're going to, and the biggest thing, Hugh, is are the students. Like our students now, that was fun, and that becomes a tradition. Our students were phenomenal today. They're the Energizer Bunny. That's what drives everything. So what we really need to do is to do a great job marketing, getting out. I want our students, we have to do something, and I've talked about this with Bo Hemphill and John Cohen, to where if you're not using your sheet at the game, you got to email. And a lot of people don't email or text or instant message. So we can just let students come in and fill it up. We want to have this place full. So if you're not using your sheet, let us know so we can just give it to them. Because there's a lot of people in this community that would love to come to the game. They can't necessarily afford it. And, and I tell you what, we have the most inexpensive tickets you could possibly get as a major college program. But still, I think, those are the kind of things we need to do.
Last question. Okay, see you Monday.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.